So DeAndre Hopkins to the Kansas City Chiefs is not 100% ruled out, and in this video I'm going to be telling you why. Now I know you're probably like, what's going on with your quality? I lost my phone again. I keep getting into these problems with my phone, but I have another one coming in the mail. I get replacements easily, so I'll be 100% fine for the end of this week. Now let's get into this video. So we know that DeAndre Hopkins, obviously I've said this in numerous videos, this guy is one of the best wide receivers to ever touch this game and may have a top 3, top 5 hands that we've ever seen in the game of football, right? But a lot of people are confused on where he's going to sign, and so am I, but I'm going to let y'all know in this video why the Kansas City Chiefs is still our option. So we know the former All-Pro, he's visited the Titans, he's visited the Patriots, but he didn't sign anything with them. And he said himself, man, he's hoping to land with a legitimate Super Bowl contender. And this is not just me making this up. You can look this up. Albert Breer, who's a very credible source, this is what he's saying. And he's still holding out hope that he's going to play for a contender, like a true contender like Buffalo, which I don't know why they're lying, or Kansas City, which they're right about. So he wants to play for either Buffalo or Kansas City. This is still coming up. I mean, Buffalo's a contender because they make it to the playoffs a lot, but do they finish? No. But this is what Breer said on NBC Sports in Boston. And he's a I'm pretty sure, I don't know if he's a Patriots fan, but I wouldn't see him lying about that. You know, there's no reason for him to lie about that. And he believes that Hopkins could land in Kansas City. That's what he believes. DeAndre Hopkins could land in Kansas City if the Chiefs are able to sign Chris Jones to a long-term extension, which we should be working on, and I hope that we do. And I see a lot of y'all saying, oh, why don't you show the players that you're talking about? Well, in this game of YouTube, there's something called copyright, and I can't mess up my money just to show y'all players that I'm talking about. You could just hear me talking about them, you know? Certain things get copyrighted. But yeah, back to the video. And if we could just sign Chris Jones to a long-term extension and lower the cap hit, then that'll be very good, and that'll give us a way to sign DeAndre Hopkins. So I'm pretty sure that's why he's not signing, because he's still trying to see if he could play for a true contender. But I hope he's going to have to take some type of pay cut, or at least an incentive-based deal. I mean, Hopkins visited Tennessee, he's visiting New England, but like I said, he left without signing a deal. So Albert Breer, I'm agreeing with what he said, and I do think that he's 100% right. And DeAndre Hopkins for the Chiefs on a sensitive deal, I mean, I would love it. Anybody would love it. And the fact that we're playing the waiting game could give us a chance to really sign DeAndre Hopkins. Like, he'll be our most explosive weapon, right? Other than Mahomes and Kels. He'll be our most explosive weapon. Well, he's already more explosive than Kels, because explosing is something different. But we're being patient, playing the game carefully, not trying to overpay and go crazy. And that might give us a chance to get DeAndre Hopkins, and that might be a key thing to why we could get him. And like I said, man, he wants to play for a contender, and his desire to get a ring, his desire to get a deal done, but he's being patient, and the Kansas City Chiefs are also being patient. I mean, the Chiefs, I guess the Bills, the Bengals, well, he's not going to go to the Bengals, but the Eagles, these are like arguably the teams that are set up for the most like immediate success. But it's really the Chiefs. And if the Chiefs in particular do want DeAndre Hopkins, then I think they could just have him. They could go out there and get him. And they're playing a waiting game. And I'm happy that they're playing the waiting game, because you don't want to go out there and just go crazy and overpay. You know, you want to pay the waiting game. You want to give him a good deal, a incentive-based deal, to show that he's still very good, which we know he is. And if we could just re-sign Chris Jones, which I want us to do, then we could just have enough room to bring on Hopkins and assume that two sides agree to a deal. And we're not out yet. We're not out. We're definitely not out. And if he does want to really sign with a contender, then he would take a little less of bread, because, first of all, you don't want to go to the Titans. You do not want to go to the Tennessee Titans. And the Patriots are a solid team, but they're not contenders as of right now. So you don't want to go to them two teams and think you're going to get a big shot at a ring. That's not true. You're doing it for the money. Now, if you want a ring and you want to be like, well, look what I did in the NFL, but I've never had that joy of a Super Bowl ring. He's made a lot of money. I know he wants a Super Bowl ring. Then you will pick Kansas City, because I don't see how you're not winning a ring with a team that literally just won a ring without you, and you're a very good player, and they're adding you to their roster. What makes you think that's not going to be a ring? That's an easy ring. Now, Hopkins listed what he desires for his future team, and this is right before he was released by Arizona. So he said an elite quarterback, stable management, and great defense. The Chiefs have those. Our defense is very good now. Our management is insane. It's hell of a con. Our quarterback is far more than elite. So we have everything he wants. Now, I know Kansas City isn't the best place to live, but, bro, go get you that ring, bro. You can have your fun in the offseason. Go work and get you that ring, man. Get you that ring. And go play with a quarterback you've never had. You've never had a quarterback like Patrick Mahomes. I mean, Deshaun Watson was pretty solid, but that didn't last too long, you know? And it was reports that Hopkins and Kansas City, they were in contact in May. But a huge roadblock was DeAndre Hopkins' price. Now, he was getting ready to sign with the Kansas City Chiefs. He wanted to sign with the Chiefs, but Odell Beckham messed that up, man. Once he seen how much Odell Beckham got, he was like, oh, hell no, I know my worth. And that's how I forever hate Odell Beckham for that, because you didn't sign with us, dude. You went to sign with the Ravens, and you stopped us from getting DeAndre Hopkins, man. What's wrong with you? He's about to literally get him, but now he has another chance. I said sign. He's about to get traded. My bad. He's about to get traded. But now we have another chance to get him, and he's a free agent, so he could freely do it on his own. When I say he's about to get traded, he would have wanted a new contract while he got on the team from after his trade, so that would have just been bad and wouldn't have any sense. Now, OTAs gives the Chiefs the ability to see, okay, do we need to add DeAndre Hopkins or do we not need to add DeAndre Hopkins? I really don't know how good OTAs went, but the Chiefs can make a decision if they really need a wide receiver or not. Or they could just roll with Rashee Rice and say he's the guy and he's enough that he's done. Rashee Rice and Richie James, they could say these wide receiver additions was enough. But hey, man, if he's willing to take less and he wants to go to championship contender, then I think the Chiefs are definitely in this dogfight for DeAndre Hopkins, and I think they could get him pretty easily. Now, Dalvin Cook wants to team up with DeAndre Hopkins. I don't think we have enough cap space for all of that. I really don't think we have enough cap space for all of that. But you never know what could happen. You really never know what could happen. Cap space just be popping up out of nowhere. But if we was to both got them somehow, I don't think it's going to happen. I really think that's not possible. But if that was even possible, man, the NFL would just literally panic and have to just delete. There's no point of even going on with the season. That's just a guaranteed ring. But DeAndre Hopkins said to his future wide receiver teammates, I will make your life easily. That's what we need. He needs to make Kadarius Toney life easy, Justin Ross life easy. He didn't make all their lives easy. Sky Moore, he's going to make them all better. That's exactly what they need. And, man, making the Chiefs wide receivers all better while you're a very good player and you could do a lot, that's just going to help us, like, on a whole nother level. It's been your boy Chiefs Priority, and I'm out, man. Peace.